Previously on They See Me Rollin'. You guys had just arrived at the resort.
We head off into the park to find Loopy and take some pictures with her.
Hold on, my friend. We are waiting for our chaperone. You see a goblin wearing a tuxedo with a monocle. Hello, Garbager, my friend.
Hello! How are you all doing today? Hello, gentlemen and lady.
From the general area of the loopy-loop roller coaster, you hear footsteps shuffling towards you and a hissing breathing sound. And before you, you see the figure you saw in the Spider Palace. The faceless, humanoid body with just a hole in the center of the head. And you see it's not alone. Alright, so
Hi.
when we left off... I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, so when we left off, there was... You guys were surrounded by these faceless monsters, the kind that you saw in the Spider Palace. And that's kind of where you're at, in the dark. And it's very scary. It's bone-chilling, in fact. And if you are part of our audience, we hope that your bones are thoroughly chilled.
Hey Stan, can I jump in here? This is Michael Rader. Could we call them Spooky Boys?
Spook Boys. No, wait.
Spooky
Boys.
Boys.
We're not going to do that.
Nope,
Spooky
never mind.
Boys.
Never mind.
Instead of bones.
But
Let's call them
they're
boners.
not bonies. They're not bony.
Yeah, they're
They're
fleshy.
boners.
They're
Yeah.
They're chubbies.
How about we call them
Well-
meat puppets?
That's what I
Meat-
call
Let's call them meat
everything.
wallets.
I mean,
spooky soft boys.
Let's call them.
Let's call them the
Let's
staff of life. Let's call them meat sticks.
let's call them one-eyed
Meat
monsters.
But they don't have any eyes.
These meat men.
Well, they've got a
from
hole.
beyond
They've
the
got a hole in their
stars.
face.
So we got a spook
Good start.
them up going on here.
Spook around town.
Okay.
It's creepy to spook around. It's right on time. It's creepy.
Are these spookies coming at us from all sides?
They are coming to you primarily from the sides of the road that you're in, but they're quickly kind of circling around you. You do have a path to you heading east and south.
Great. I say we run for it.
Yes, I would recommend running.
Yeah.
Seeing as we left our weapons back at the lockers.
Yeah, thanks for that, Garbager.
No problem.
Well, here. Well, that's something. Well, I'm fine. You guys are a bunch of chumps that uses weapons.
I cast. Wait, how many are there?
Currently there are 10, but you could tell there are more. There's more that you can't see, but there are 10 that you can.
I'm gonna cast entangle on this group, however many I can hit with it.
Okay. Entangle has what?
20-foot square.
They collectively rolled a 2, so your entanglement spell worked great.
Right, run.
However,
Yep.
that
All kinds of vines.
yeah, that all
Wrap them
kinds
up.
of vines just wrapping them up. However, there's more coming in from the sides, but you did slow down a good portion of them. Are you gonna run?
Yeah, I'm running.
Yeah, let's
I would
run.
also like to run.
Okay.
Okay, as we're running, I'm asking our party. So, which one of you is the slowest?
Probably me.
Ronaldo goes, I'm not very well known as a fast runner.
Okay, here I touch Ronaldo on the shoulder, and I cast haste.
Ooh.
Until the spell ends, the target's speed is double.
He does
and it
like
gains
a
a
jig.
+2 bonus to AC. It has advantage on dexterity saving throws and gains an additional action on each of its turns. The action can be used only to take the attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action.
Ronaldo is outpacing us now by miles.
I touch Ronaldo and he turns into the Flash.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I never felt so excited in my life.
Zooms.
I'm going to run.
Zoom, go
And
fast,
you
Stevie
used
boy.
to see Ronaldo just take off.
Fly on, you beautiful night bird.
You hear his voice kind of out in the distance. Hey guys, look what I found! Look what I found over here!
I think Ronaldo found something.
Ronaldo, what did you find?
I don't know. It looks kind of like a golf cart.
Oh, we have those around here.
Stan, I would just like to clarify. I cast
Hey, there's
haste
gold
on him, not reduce size.
No, but it hastes him, so it makes his voice higher.
Oh, that's
turns
true.
him
Yeah.
into a chipmunk. Yeah.
Hey, chums, I have a plan that's just so crazy. It might
Does
work.
anybody know how to hotwire one of these things?
I have keys to this golf cart.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
All right, so you guys are
I
running
take-
towards this golf cart that he found.
Yes. Now, I don't mean to brag, but I have keys for all the golf carts in the whole park. It's a big responsibility. Yeah.
You run, and in front of you, you find the car. It's marked on the car, Mysticar. You see Ronaldo hopping up and down right next to it and pointing it and going, here, 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 here. And this car
I
has
like Ronaldo on uppers.
it has a canvas roof, a bench in the front for driver and passenger, another bench directly behind facing the front of the car, and a bench behind that facing backward. There are no walls or any barrier of any kind around the seats.
I want to rip the roof off
Hop in, guys.
so I can stand in the back.
You want to make it a cool convertible?
Yeah, I want a cool convertible. I'm gonna rip it off with my bare hands.
Okay, do a strength roll. Coen rolled a 19, and he stands up inside the car and just tears the shit out of the canopy or the canvas roof of this car, and is now standing there like a hero.
Shotgun.
I am very impressed.
I go to sit at the wheel. Can my feet even reach the pedals?
Wait, you're driving without the keys?
Yeah, I shrug and sit behind the wheel.
Your feet can reach the pedals because Garbager generally drives them.
Garbager, just hand us the keys so we can get out of here.
Actually, this thing has no pedals. It's everything is done by the hands.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, here's the keys. Show me what you got, brother.
I put them in upside down. I did a dexterity check to try and put the keys in the ignition. I rolled a 7, so it takes me a bunch of tries.
Actually, no, that passes because that is such a simple task that it's a
okay.
5 difficulty check. So yeah, you
I think
succeed.
maybe
Nice.
Skumk and Garbager should sit right next to each other in the driver's seat and both drive.
Yeah, we'll figure it out together.
Just fine. All right, fine. I don't want to hear any shit about from you guys whenever I go off the whenever I go off the reservation and do random shit anymore.
All right, so it honestly doesn't matter who drives. All right, Skumk is driving.
Shotgun.
Garbager is right next to him. Given that they're small, there's still room in the shotgun if you want to sit there, Jelly.
Okay. Yes.
That's where Jelly is.
All right, and Coen, I'm guessing you got the back.
And I'm standing on the back, ready to go. Going, why aren't we moving already, guys?
That puts Ronaldo and Belvedere in the middle.
I first put on the brakes really hard, and then I look at what I'm doing, and then I put on the gas really hard instead.
All right, and you very quickly go very slowly because this is just a golf cart. All right.
And we start. You stall it a couple of times before we actually manage to get going.
It's electric, not gas.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, you.
It's magic.
Yeah, it magically
I-
stalls.
It's a
Elon
magic
Musk
electric.
lied to us.
I pat Skumk on the back and speak encouraging words to him.
I pull out a learner sticker and post it on the back of the car.
All right.
I roll my eyes because I'm fairly positive we're all about to die.
As the car gets to moving, you see the spooky boys, the creepy
Boners.
the creepers
Creepy lads.
The creep lads. The creep. You see the creep lads running behind you. However, they're coming from the front as well.
I have a solution for that. I stand up.
First, as you are going, 3 of them jump onto the car. So one of them is near the back, next to Coen, and then 2 of them are in the front. One next to Jelly, and one next to Skumk.
I cast Flaming Sphere. A 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an unoccupied space of my choice within range and lasts for the duration. I can move this thing around as a bonus action, and anything within 5 feet.
How fast can it move?
It can move pretty fast. As a bonus action, it can move up. As a bonus, I'm about to get to that. Jesus fucking Christ! It can move up to 30 feet on my bonus action. So like half a second, I can move it 30 feet, basically.
Can you just stick it to the Can you stick it to the bonnet of the car so we've got this?
That was my plan. That's why I want it to be in the front. You see, I'm trying to think ahead and be like a strategic player.
All right, given the rules of how this thing is to work, I'm going to say that the flaming sphere will travel the same speed as the car at all times.
That's fun.
Okay.
That's the ideal situation. That's what I wanted.
All right.
So
I'm totally cool with that.
I wanted to create a battering ram of fire to put in front of our car.
I love it.
All right. Cool.
Of course, Skump can't see through it. It's gonna be.
I'll figure it out.
It's not that big.
It seems like a pretty straight
it's
line.
It's a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire. He can see around it.
Yeah, he's looking around it.
It kind of works as headlights too. So
yeah.
So there are bad boys standing on the car.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
That doesn't quite take care of the ones who are on the car, but I will have it affect anyone else who jumps onto the car in additional turns. So that's cool. I like.
So
that
it doesn't hit the 2 that are already on the front. Yeah.
No, that's too close. It would hit us if I put it right there.
All right.
I would like to use my naturally occurring goblin bodily fluids that all goblins have. And
are you gonna pee on them?
I thought you were going to ejaculate on him.
Whatever
I'm just going
bodily
to be
fluids
honest.
I produce, which is a few, I'm going to slicken up the grip points on the sides of the car, especially where these creep squad is holding on. Try to loosen up their hold.
You're just squeezing your pimples on them.
Are you licking their hands?
This is the grossest thing we have ever had on this show.
I'm going to wring out my clothes. I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm just going to slicken things up a bit.
All right. I'm going to allow you to slicken up one of these poles.
Okay.
I'm going to guess you're going to...
that pole.
Are you going to do the one on the Skump side or the one on the Jelly side of you?
No, I want specifics. I want detail.
Yeah, I need to know how you are.
Fluids.
You're slicking this pole up.
I want you to paint a picture in my mind.
I can handle my side, so you should do it.
You've got your own fluids. You can take care of this.
Got your own fluids, your own pole. You can take care of it.
Yeah.
So on Jelly's side, I wrap my armpit around the bar and just slide down the bar.
Oh yeah.
I was hoping you had like one really big pimple on your face and you squeeze it all over.
Well, I also drag my face across the pole.
This is doing stuff to me.
Just rub myself all over the pole like
I'm
a regular
feeling
pole dance.
Stuff is being
All
awakened
right,
to me.
then what we're gonna do is
Skumk seems slightly jealous of your abilities in this department.
Is there a body fluids check, Stan?
we're gonna do a dexterity check on this.
Okay. I'll take it.
I think it should be charisma.
I think it should be the one with the least charisma wins.
If you have to roll low on charisma.
Listen, anyone can slicken up a pole. It's the people that can make it look good.
I rolled a 3. What did you roll?
I rolled a 13 for dexterity.
Okay. So you succeed, and what you do is you kind of hop out of your seat. In the meantime, you rip open your tuxedo. You fling it off so that it falls into Jelly's lap, and you are now shirtless.
I blush.
This is getting sexy.
Jelly blushes.
You wrap your armpit around the pole and kind of spin around it, using your armpit as the axis. And the monster kind of like tries to, get around that and swipe at you. Misses, grabs back onto the pole, but the pole is now slick with your juices, and he loses his grip and falls off.
And gets rolled under the wheel.
And you hop back into your seat. Please just punch at your...
Garbinger is an exotic dancer, it turns out.
I have many skills, and it's good for you.
He was always better at.
It's
at
really
are.
cardio. You should try it.
You really are a garbager person. Garbager.
Hey, I am a goblin.
All right. Who wants to go next? Coen or Skunk?
I'll have a go.
You know how in South Korea for a long time, like riding the unicycle was a normal part of the curriculum. So like everybody from a certain generation of South Koreans knows how to ride the unicycle. That's how pole dancing is for goblins.
All right. Okay, so Coen, your turn.
All right. I want to pick up the one-eyed monster in front of me and throw him like a spear at the other guy at the front.
Okay, we'll do a strength contest. And it's not athletics, but a straight strength contest. You rolled a 10, I rolled a 5, so you succeed. So now you're going to throw this at the other guy. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you roll an attack roll.
Okay. With proficiency.
Well, I don't think you have proficiency.
I don't have
in
proficiency
throwing
in
large
throwing, guys.
things.
So it's just a strength roll. Here we go.
13. You succeed.
If you had proficiency in that would tell us.
All right.
If that was something you had proficiency in, it would tell us so much about the history of your character.
Absolutely.
You pick up the monster and you throw it at the other one. It hits him, and the one that you threw flies off onto the road. The other one takes damage, so let's have you roll. Improvised weapons are all 1d4, right?
If you have the tavern brawler feat, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, 1d4 plus strength sounds all right, or 1 plus strength, whatever.
Yeah, 1d4 plus strength. We'll do that.
All right. 5 damage.
5 damage. So you throw it, and it hits its head on the other one, and the other one still manages to hold on, but its head is like, rah, rah, it's shaking, and its neck is lolling, and it's very angry and upset. But it still clings on.
Oh, he's upset. Somebody give him a cuddle.
Skunk, it's your turn.
I will cast heat metal
All right.
on the side of the cart that the guy nearest to me is holding onto and
The pole?
standing on.
You're talking about the pole
Yeah.
specifically, right?
The pole that has to take 2d8 fire damage.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
11.
It heats up bright red. You just kind of see his hands kind of frying on there and sizzling. Eventually, it just kind of burns to a crisp. It screams the entire time until eventually it just falls to the ground. So
Delicious.
you've
No, I
ended
was
the
hoping
first-
we'd have this. I was hoping we'd have this skeleton attached to his burnt, his smoking skeleton attached to our cart. That'd be awesome.
He doesn't seem to have very good reflexes.
Just for the mechanics of this game, it's not going to be at the end of its turn. It's just going to be as they encounter it. So just to kind of give you a little bit of an advantage. So they're going to do a dexterity saving throw. Now it's going to be 4 this time. 2 come from the front, 2 come from the sides. The 2 that come from the sides don't get affected, but the 2 who come from the front do. and their dexterity saving throw is 11. I take it that doesn't.
Yep,
do
that does not pass.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
4.
4 damage.
Right in the sweet spot.
So they get hit with it, but they manage to not get hurt too badly by it. So that's very nice.
I look behind myself to Skumk and Coen and say, I'm just doing like a small mental inventory of all the weird shit that I've had to deal with since I've met you guys. You've got creepy eternal murder children, spider gods, spider houses, and now this. And I'm just really struggling to decide which one is the most traumatizing.
That sounds not that bad. I feel like you could rephrase it to sound worse.
I'm just saying, I think, however this shakes out, I'm fairly certain this is going to be close to the top.
Well,
All right.
The kids pee in that ball pool was pretty bad.
Okay, I'll give that to you. Yeah, that's bad from more like a sanitation standpoint.
I just want to say that I really hope that I have not contributed to any of your distress.
No, and I put a hand on Garbager's shoulder. Garbager, you have been nothing but courteous and a gentleman, and have
excellent.
done
That's what
all
we
that you
aim
could
for
to make
here.
Earth stay as painless as possible, despite the current
I'm just
circumstances.
really worried about your Landy World experience right now. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
Your hand comes away slimy.
I'm so
wipe.
sorry about that. So sorry.
I take a handkerchief out of my pocket, wipe the slime off my hand, and then put that handkerchief in a plastic bag and put that in my pocket.
I should really put my tuxedo back on. I am so sorry.
Hey, Belvedere, don't you have spells or something?
No.
I thought you cast spells at us when we first met you.
He's just
Did
an
I?
actor.
I think you did. Go back, listen to episode 1, Belvedere, and whenever you figure it out, get back to me.
My friend, those were special effects.
I'm pretty sure
damn
we
it,
locked
you were-
him down. With,
That's why you're the greatest actor of your
Skunk spell.
generation.
Those were all
Belvedere.
cast by Smith, my friend.
You really are the greatest actor of your generation.
yeah.
It's my
I
pleasure.
bought it completely.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank you.
so how many are on this cart with like attacking me right now?
One is there right next to you, posing an immediate threat.
Fuck this thing, and I cast Shatter. I must make a Constitution saving throw.
and then you say, I guess he just shattered himself.
I don't say that.
You don't say that?
No, more like, guess he cracked under pressure.
That's a 10-foot radius sphere. Where
Wait,
are you
it is?
centering that? Yeah.
10-foot radius sphere. I thought I picked that because I thought it centered one thing. Okay, okay, I centered the radius like so it just like skirts this guy.
Okay, so that it hits his back.
Maybe takes a little chunk out of the cart.
He rolls a 4. I'm pretty sure that fails.
That definitely fails. Yeah, so I point at it. This thing explodes, and a loud, thunderous crash echoes throughout the park for 14 damage.
14 damage. This thing kind of just cracks. Like, just you see him kind of explode and shatter. It's like sprays all over you guys. Just bits of it. Meat all over you and goo.
Hey,
Delicious.
Garbager, is there a dry cleaning service in Landy World?
Yes, there is, but it's not going to be open until later, and you're going to have to leave it outside your door, and you would have to make it to the motel, and there's a lot of things you'd have to do first. But yes, there is. We do have so many amenities and services here.
How much does it cost anything?
I was about to say, is it
there is a
complimentary?
small, there's a small $50 fee for
$50
per item for this
Per
is a very reasonable-
item?
This is a very reasonable
wow.
fee for this level of a hotel. I mean, we are talking a 5-star hotel, 5-star
Did they-
amenities.
Do they put gold leafing on all my clothes after they're done? Jesus.
This is a very reasonable fee that's comparable to many other fine.
Garbage.
Okay,
May
do
I
you have,
remind
like-
you that everything is comped for these gentlemen. You won't have to pay a thing. Smith will cover it for you.
Oh, I'm getting everything dry cleaned then, baby.
Then you hear from the center seat after Belvedere speaks, You hear, that's good eating.
I'm sorry. Are there any kooky lads on the cart at this moment?
One
two.
to your left, next to Skumk.
I would like to bite his knuckles
Okay.
with my sharp, sharp goblin teeth.
Fish fingers.
Go ahead, do an attack roll. 18.
18.
You definitely hit. So go ahead, roll for damage.
7 points of damage.
You basically chop off all his fingers but one. He is just
Excellent.
left kind of dangling there with one finger. Coen, your turn.
I'm standing on the back, and there's
Right, and there's two
one
of them in
next
the
to-
back.
There's one next to Belvedere, and
Right.
one with me. Right.
Right.
I want to reach over Belvedere, grab the one next to Belvedere by the head, and swing him around like a bat to hit the one that's next to me.
We're going to do another strength contest.
Macho Man Randy Cohen.
All right. I rolled a 15.
23.
You successfully pick him up. Now I need you to do an attack roll.
21.
Roll for damage.
So I'm trying to bat him off the cart, like knock the other guy off the cart.
Let's do another strength contest. So you'll get damage, but if you want to knock him off, we're going to have to do a strength contest.
All right. I'm going to use my luck point. Hang on.
Okay?
18.
All right, so you manage to swing them off the cart. They collide and fall into the ground, entangled into each other like two lovers.
Aww. And I say, you struck out, assholes.
Beautiful.
All right, so next up is Skumk.
Thanks for coming out here, Jody. The crickets and I could use the company.
I'll just hang with the crickets. I'm good.
What's around that's dangerous?
There's the guy next to you holding on with one finger.
Just thump the finger, just like it's one
Whoa.
finger.
Is he also holding onto the pole?
Yeah, he's holding on the pole with that one finger.
It's one finger. Like just peel it off.
Which finger, though?
I can
Middle finger.
Haha. Nice.
I can use a bonus action to maintain heat metal. So I'm going to do that.
Cause his finger to burn.
No matter what you roll, it's going to burn that damn finger off.
Yeah.
And you hear him scream as he just kind of falls off the side like a scuba diver.
It's like a little puff of smoke and his finger disappears.
And his head pops as the wheel rolls over him.
Oh, wow.
Next round, ultimately a total of 5 hop onto the car. 3 in the front, so they're going to get hurt. They're going to do the dexterity saving throw. 17, is that enough?
Yep. So they take half damage. So they take 5.
All right, they take 5 damage each.
Dan, how close are we to the lockers?
You're halfway through the park at this point. If every round was really just 6 seconds in this particular case, there would be a whole lot more rounds. Yeah, so I'm not doing that. We've got 2 guys in the back, one near Ronaldo, one with Jody, and one on the hood, one next to Belvedere, and one next to Skumk.
I go after 3 of them because a face suddenly appears in the air, wreathed in flame. It's me, Scorchin' Ray Romano.
Oh, hey, Scorchin' Ray.
Hi, Coen Grayfield. It's been a long time. Yeah.
My face is hot.
Good old Scorchin' Ray.
Yeah. So I'm sending these 3 out to 3 separate targets. One Ronaldo, the one next to Skumk, and the one on the hood.
Do an attack roll.
Okay. I had to look to see what my thing was. 14, 22, and 22.
All right, all 3 of them hit.
11, 12, and 6.
The one on the hood, you just burn it away and it ends up falling into the flaming sphere. It just turns to dust. The one next to Ronaldo gets knocked off and turned into dust. The one next to Skumk is very crispy, but somehow still moving. Next up is Coen. You've
Good to
got one next to Belvedere, one with you, and one crispy critter next to Skumk.
All right. Well, we skipped Garbager, but since he's walked away from the microphone, I'll go anyway. I want to punch the one next to Belvedere. I want to punch him hard. 20. I turn it into a thunderous smite, which does 2. I call down on Bast to make my punch very, very painful. It does 2d8 damage, but I don't think that's the important thing, because the important thing is it knocks him back 10 feet. Additionally, if the target, it must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet or knocked.
It rolled a 5,
prone.
so it failed.
Okay, so I won't bother rolling damage.
You knocked it the fuck off. You punch, and what you see is just this giant. Your fist is enveloped in light, and you see a cat's paw. And rather than a punch, you just kind of swipe at it. You bat at it, and it just flies right off the car.
And leaves these 3 like claw marks sort of in the air, just flaming.
Nice. Now, don't you get 2 attacks like that?
Yeah, I get another attack. That's why I'm going to turn around and whack the guy that's in front of me. That's a hit. So that's just a normal punch, which is... Yeah, so 5.
Garbager. There's 1 next to Coen, 1 crispy critter next to Skumk.
Okay, well, I'm going to target the crispy critter that's next to Skumk. And let's see. I think my options are really just limited to using what's on my body. That's really all I got. But I think I'm just gonna give him a traditional old punch, just a punch in the kisser. Although its face is all kisser, so I can get its kisser pretty easily.
That's a face made for kissing.
Yes.
You should be able to get your sneak attack damage with that.
Wait, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. So if I shout boo
That's not a
while
surprise.
while
This isn't
punching it,
surprise.
no, that's not a surprise. Okay, all right.
It's your birthday.
I'll do it anyway. Okay, but I do want to at least try to surprise him while I do this. So, okay. So I shout, "You're the father!" and roll a 19.
I love it.
You shout that as you hop onto Skump's shoulders, and it goes, and you pop it in the face. Its crispy head pops off of its crispy neck, and the body holds on for a little bit, and then just kind of cracks off of the pole.
That's so sad.
And shatters
All
onto
it
the
ever
ground.
wanted to do was be a good father.
All right, Skunk.
It's just trying to
There is
support its kids.
Skunk. There is one more in the back with Coen.
How many more? How close are we now?
You're still about halfway through.
I cast poison spray.
Okay.
Fart. You just lean your ass out the cart and fart.
Shoot some poison right out of my mouth at him.
So he has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-huh.
I think we're kind of justifying the goblin genocide in this episode. Just really hammering home why people want to destroy us.
I feel
I think
like
you guys are adorable.
I think we're very lovable.
It rolled a 3, so no. You blow that poison puff into its face, and it kind of just...
It takes 23 damage.
What the fuck
You
are
The
you
thing
just-
talking
about
this
about?
poison spray is it has the potential to do a huge amount of damage.
What the hell?
I
So-
think we open up a dictionary and under the word overkill, there's just a picture of Skump spraying poison spray at this half-dead zombie.
Just
So
farting on a zombie.
you spray this poison spray on it, and the cloud goes around it and just eats it completely until it dissolves into nothing.
Yeah, it's great.
What a world! What a world!
You just pull out a can of bug spray, can of Mortine.
Next up, 7 of these monsters hop onto your car, 4 from the front.
God.
So they're going to
Goddamn.
do a dexterity saving throw. They roll a 7, so they fail.
Yay.
All right. Roll for damage.
I'm also using my bonus action to maintain the heat metal.
There are 7 around you now. 2 are on the sides with Ronaldo and Belvedere. 1 with Coen. 2 on the hood. 1 on the left, 1 on the right. And 1 on the heated metal. And 1 next to Jelly. The one on the heated metal immediately takes damage. And what's the damage for that?
8.
All right. So the one on your side immediately touches that bar and bursts completely into flames. It just goes from the bar all the way through, courses through its arms like the whole damn thing is made of wood, and it flies off the car in flames, leaving 6 on the car, 2 on the hood, 1 next to Jelly, 2 next to Ronaldo and Belvedere, and 1 with Coen.
Does the one next to him have any sort of disadvantage because that pole is slippery?
Yes.
Love it.
We'll still say it's a slippery pole, so it's at a disadvantage.
Okay. I cast Magic Missile on both of them. One on the hood gets 2. The one right in front of me gets just 1.
So 6 damage for each of them. So
Today is a monumentous fucking occasion. Let all rejoice and mark this down their goddamn calendars. I got a goddamn wild magic surge!
before we get into that, you fired 2 missiles at the one on the hood, and it knocks it off, and it burns into a crisp through this flaming sphere in the front. And the one next to you gets knocked off with the magic missile and falls to the side, leaving you safe. All right, wild magic surge. What do you do?
This is the only reason I ever take this goddamn class, and it never comes up. I am so fucking excited. Let's see what we get.
All right, so roll your D100.
14. What does 14 get me?
You cast confusion centered on yourself.
Yes!
This is the only reason Hayden plays this cast.
I love it.
This type of character.
What? Okay,
so
describe
he
to
can
me.
confuse himself.
What does this
All
look
right,
like?
so we're going into confusion, finding out what the hell that does. 10-foot radius. Holy shit! That's everyone.
Confusing all of
Oh, I just killed all of us.
All right, hold on. The spell assaults and twists creatures' minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. On a point you choose, not in your case, must succeed on a wisdom saving throw when you cast this spell or be affected by it. So what's your spell DC?
16.
Let me go ahead and roll for the remaining guys.
All right,
They
I'm gonna roll.
10. They fail. All right, so the things fail.
I'm gonna use
Coen
a luck.
fails.
I'm gonna use a luck point. Nope. I still fail.
Got a 9. Skump got a 7.
7.
Oh, I just killed all of us.
So Ronaldo and Belvedere pass.
Yay.
With a
Okay.
19 and an
Negative
18.
1.
Miraculously,
Negative
maybe
1
they could
wisdom.
take up the
Okay,
driving.
let's
Oh, wow, I got a
see
16.
if I pass.
Garbager passes. All the NPCs have passed.
All right. Let's see what happens to old Jelly.
Jelly fails.
Really fair.
You know what?
9.
Actually, wait a minute. I used Tides of Chaos. I re-roll that.
You failed again.
12.
You're all confused. Now, let's see here. Wisdom saving throw. An affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of its turns. Okay, so Jelly, that was your turn. So next up is Garbager. Garbager is not affected, so Garbager, you can do whatever you want.
I
Clear
took
eyes,
the
full hearts, can't lose.
Garbager,
All right,
take the
so
wheel. Take it from Skunk's hands.
I sit on
'Cause
Skunk's
he's
lap
under
and take the wheel.
confusion.
All right, Garbager's got the wheel, keeping things in good, keeping things going.
Are there any skookies connected to the cart right now?
There's one directly in front of you on the hood.
It's the
Okay.
greatest day of my life.
All right, there's not much I can do about him.
Do some funny driving to make him fall off.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was just trying to think if that would work for. Yeah, I'll try swerving. I'm gonna swerve.
All right,
get my
we'll
swerve on.
We'll make that a dexterity contest. I rolled a 16.
Oh,
24.
Natural
Natural 20.
You
Nat
swerve in such a
20.
way that it flies off in one direction.
The band?
Get him, Harry Styles.
To swerve it, you swerve the car in such a way that as it flies off, it also lands inside the burning sphere. So next up then is Coen. So Coen, I need you to roll a d10.
A 5.
All right, as a 5, you do not move or take actions this turn. All right.
Thanks.
Next up is Skunk. Roll a d10.
8.
Oh, actually, really quick, Coen, throw a wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
14, still don't pass. And Skunk, you rolled an 8.
Yeah.
So that means The creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. If there's no
only one
creature within its reach...
Oh, there's 2 creatures.
Yeah, the creature within your reach is the one on the hood. So you will do a...
Well, no, there's also Garbager and Jelly.
No.
Wait, the one that was on the hood just got knocked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll forth.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
flip a coin then.
You have no weapons, so it's going to be a punch. So it's going to be 1 plus your strength modifier.
So 1.
Where's a coin?
So 1. All right. So since Garbager is sitting on your lap, you just punch him in the face.
Yeah, I do a very feeble punch that's because he's sitting on my lap, I can only punch back towards me, starting with a straight arm and then bringing it back towards my body, which is not
All
very
right, Garbager.
injurious.
Take a hit point off.
Oh, he still has to roll.
Oh,
Oh
to
yeah,
hit.
yeah. Roll your attack. Yeah.
5.
You missed.
You missed the man sitting
You go
on
to
your
swipe for
lap.
him, but it's really hard to reach. So by the time your fist touches his face, it's more like a soft tap. Like
Yeah, I sort
There
of
you go, buddy.
overextended my elbow.
All right, so these guys got to roll.
Oh,
so
roll your saving. Roll,
Yeah,
roll
saving
saving throw,
throw.
Skunk.
16.
Oh,
you
passed.
got it.
Skunk's
You're out.
Who can even say if I purposefully or accidentally tried to punch Garbager?
All right,
I'm
so
not going to take it personally.
Skunk just pretends that he's still under the spell and keeps punching Garbager.
the things that are clinging to the car don't get to take an action, and however they got a nat 20, so they are out of the spell. So there's 4 on the car right now. So 7 more hop onto the car. So that makes a total of 12 of them on the car.
Jelly's up.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm really not, guys.
No.
This is hilarious.
There's going to be 4 in the front, and the heat metal is gone, by the way, because the confusion affected
Oh,
Skumk.
I lost my...
Yeah, and the flaming sphere would be gone too.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, the flaming sphere is
no.
gone, too.
Our defenses.
But the slime will never leave us.
That's true.
You got 2 in the hood, 1 next to Skump, 1 next to Jelly, 4 in the middle. There's 2 on each side of Belvedere and Ronaldo. Coen, you're looking at 4 going right across from you.
I'm kind of looking cross-eyed at the moment, just staring.
So basically, you got like a wall of these creep lads all around you. Jelly, I need you to roll D10.
1.
You use all of your movements to move in a random direction. To determine the direction, roll a D8 and assign a direction to each die face. The creature doesn't take an action this turn. Okay, so I'm going to roll a D8 with the direction assigned to each one of these things.
Chuck my body out of the cart. Just peace out.
All right, so basically, I'm going to say if you roll a 5, you get to stay in the car.
I kind of want to give myself disadvantage.
All right, roll a D8.
7.
7.
Yes. Okay, what's happening?
You jump out of the car. you kind of push. You push yourself.
you do that
through a
thing
couple
where you roll along the floor.
You do a Harrison Ford dive through a couple of meat monsters, and you kind of hit the ground. So you're gonna have to take a little bit of damage here.
I've
do.
never been more okay with with taking damage, Stan.
Oh shit! You're taking 8 damage. All right. Next up is Garbager.
Garbager slams on the brakes and backs up. not to run over Jelly, but to back up to get Jelly so Jelly can get back on.
Roll your saving throw, Jelly.
But I hope that slamming on the brakes might throw some of these guys
6.
off.
Nope, I'm still in
All right,
this.
let's do a dexterity contest. I got an 18.
I got a 16.
You got a 16. They all stayed on.
All right.
But they did kind of move side to side like they were some kind of curtain. Little meat curtain.
That's very.
No. Nah, Stan.
Apart the meat curtain.
Sorry, I didn't think of that when I said it.
Sure you didn't.
Gonna part the old meat curtains. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Boy.
You back the car up over to where Jelly fell. Coen, roll a d10.
I rolled an 8.
All right, 8 means
Attack.
you use your action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. If there's no all right, go ahead and punch one of those creatures. We'll say it's the one to your left.
I critically missed it.
Yeah, this was going really, really smooth up till this point.
So in your critical miss, you miss it completely, and you swing with such power that you fall through the side and end up on the ground. However, the car's not moving this time, so you don't take damage.
I'm still staring cross-eyed.
Oh, did your wisdom throw?
All right, I'm gonna try that again. Use my last luck point to see if I
Come
can
on,
pass
come
this
on, Coen, I
goddamn
believe
wisdom
in you.
thing.
Yes!
Finally.
You did. All right, that fall off the side of the cart woke you up, and you
Hey.
see you're laying there, and you see Jelly kind of sitting there in a stupor.
I just look. I look around and I say, guys, why have we stopped?
I shrug.
Next up is Skumk.
I didn't mention it, but I wiggled out of the way, so if Skumk wants to do anything, he can get out from beneath me.
I cast Conjure Animals, because that's a lot of fun. And 8 full-grown elk just charge out of nowhere.
Okay.
All right, where are they heading towards?
How many bad guys are around?
There are 12 of them.
Metric fuck ton.
Okay.
think
I don't know
is
if we
the-
can really pass judgment on their moral alignment, but
That's true.
There's 12 on the car right now.
Oh, on the car. They all... the elk all run at the golf cart. And...
We
they
get stampeded.
They all charge, and they hook their big antlers onto 8 of these creatures.
All right, I want you to do an attack throw for these guys.
17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right. They are all using charge, so it's 3d6 plus 3.
I say, oh, dear, and wink.
Everybody winks. 12.
We just all wink at each other.
The elk managed to impale and kill 8 of these things.
It's
I love it.
ridiculous.
All right.
It's
These little-
terrifying.
Creep lads. All right,
Their horns just rip them to pieces.
so that leaves 4 of them. The 4 are on each corner. Now they're going to attack. The first one attacks Skumk, rolls a 9 and misses. This one attacks Garbager and hits Garbager. Garbager, you're going to take 1 damage.
Oh, dear.
Can I petition that from now on we call 1 point of damage a scump punch?
That's a good unit.
1 hops off and attacks Jelly, hits with a 20. All right, Jelly, you do have to roll an intelligence saving throw. And you're going to be at a disadvantage since you are still
All right, I'm fine with
zonked.
that. It's the price of token up on this dank wild magic.
And you take 3
Cool.
damage total from the hit.
5.
Jelly, I want you to share with me a happy memory.
Oh my god, no, don't do this to me, man.
You don't lose the memory.
Stan just really needs this right now.
I need to feed on your joy.
Well,
He just needs something good in his life.
I remember back in the desert when we were kids, me and my little sister Peanut Butter used to sneak out at night to go watch the desert night birds together. And I would point out each one to her and tell her all about each one and how you could tell them all apart, like tell the males from the females by the way their tail feathers were colored.
by their gigantic
Shut the
bird
fuck up,
dicks.
Matthew. Fuck up, Michael. Stuff like that. And I don't know. It was one of the few things that we really bonded over, and she was one of my only real friends back in the desert.
Well, now I feel like a jerk for interrupting that.
That's where you are right now. As far as Jelly is concerned, she is back in that moment and will remain that way until removed out of stun.
That's a several-tailed pea bird.
All right, Coen, what's your AC? You don't have a shield with you.
18.
All right, so that hits.
My intelligence save is -1. I love it. And I rolled a 17.
You passed. All right, so you don't get stuck in your happy place. All right, but you do take one bit of damage. You guys are stopped. You've got 2 people on the ground. You've got 4 of these things around you. You can see the entrance ahead of you, and you see 4 more heading towards you.
How far is the entrance?
The entrance is you could get there in another round of driving.
Okay.
The 4 monsters arrive, and they're in your general vicinity. Jelly, your confusion is over. You're just stuck in your happy place. So if you want to say something as though you were in the happy place, please feel free to say it.
That one over there is the red-crested night sparrow. You hardly ever see him this time of year.
That you see Jelly sitting there, bruised and beaten, pointing into the sky, saying
I don't
these
think
words.
Mom and Dad like me very much.
Next up is Garbager.
Garbager, can I jump in?
Jump in.
Do you want to hold your turn for later, Garbager, so you can drive?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump off of Skumk and let Skumk do the driving now. And then since Skunk's at the end of the turn, he can floor it.
Okay. That sounds good.
So I'm going to just try to do while jumping off of Skump, do a kind of jump kick towards one of the Beastie Boys.
Nice.
Gonna try to sabotage one of them.
All right, do an attack throw.
14.
14 hits.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage is enough to kill this one.
All right. I'm going to run forward, shaking off the confusion, scoop up Jelly, and turn around and run back to the cart and jump on and make sure she hits her head really hard as I get
Asshole.
as I get back onto the cart.
Jelly, roll an intelligence saving throw. I should have had you do that earlier.
21.
21. So Jelly, when you hit your head really hard, that knocks you out of your reverie, and you find yourself with a headache and in Cohen's arms.
Cool.
And we're back on the cart. And we're back on the cart now, and I say, "Floor it, Skumk."
I floor it.
Skump doesn't floor it because there's no pedals, but he does.
Dashboard it.
Yeah, he dashboards it. Do you want to attempt an attack?
I am gonna have all my elk just tear it up all day long.
It's like that.
With their big
All right, they
old-
can't
It's like
do
that
another
scene
charge.
Yeah, just a regular.
It's like that scene in Jurassic Park
horn
with
attack.
Chris Pratt and the Raptors, except it's Skunk on a golf cart with a bunch of elk running beside him.
Running beside.
Oh, I
us.
didn't roll the hit. 13?
That hits. 13 hits.
And they do 9 damage.
All right, so 4 of them are dead. 4 of them are left on the cart.
It's a strange and terrifying sight to see all of these elk standing still while shaking their antlers at this golf cart full of zombies.
And now they can surround the cart as we're running, and they can get their charging damage.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody who comes at us will be charged.
We've got
by
an elk force field.
So this one attacks Skunk, goes for 15. Does it hit?
Yeah, that
All
does
right.
hit.
Skunk, do a intelligence saving throw.
Skunk has +1 intelligence.
You.
And he got
You-
a
oh, shit.
1.
All right. So you're gonna take an extra hit of damage here. So you're gonna take 7 damage total,
Boydy boy.
and you're gonna have to share a happy memory from Skunk's past.
Skunk has a happy memory running away from the rest of the goblins and crawling up a pipe, like sort of a drainage pipe, and coming out in a cave that's full of moss and sitting there with this cave full of glowing moss and just
appreciating the beauty of the nature.
yeah.
And not getting picked on by Garbager for a change.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the end of Shawshank, but with Skumk.
All right, Garbager. What you see next to you is Skumk lays his hands down and is just completely glassy-eyed next to you.
What happens to the cart?
Coasting.
Yeah, it's coasting.
Scump puts it on autopilot.
Garbager swings for 11. I take it that's a miss.
Are summon spells concentration?
Yeah.
Oh, then all of the elk
The elk are now gone too.
shimmer and disappear into the night. What time of day is it?
It's night.
Nice.
Oh, dear.
Gets funnier every time.
What's your AC, Jelly?
AC is not great, Stanford. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is 15.
That's better
It's
than mine.
better than 12. So the thing swipes at you and does not hit. Coen, it got a 7, so it definitely does not hit you.
All right, guys. Well, I pull out an old favorite. It kills at children's birthdays parties.
It kills children at birthday parties?
It can, if not wielded by a professional. Raise my hands in the air, and the spectral angelic face wreathed in flame of Ray Romano.
That was your
Scorch and Ray
genius
Romano.
idea.
He's a good thing.
He's a good
to use.
spell.
A good spell.
For this situation, definitely, yeah. So I'm going one on each of these bad boys.
Did they say anything hilarious about their mother-in-law while they're attacking?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they all say it in exact unison.
I just want to watch the game, but my mother-in-law is at home visiting for Thanksgiving. Rawr. 18.
Okay, they all hit.
I feel like Ray Romano never sufficiently appreciated the fact that his father-in-law was Peter Boyle. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if Peter Boyle was his
I know,
father-in-law.
right?
Did Peter Boyle ever sing Putting on the Ritz in that show?
Oh, I'm sure he did. I never watched it, though.
I don't
Okay.
even know what
All right,
show this
so-
is.
5, 4, 7, and 4.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Oh yeah. of
According to
course.
Ray.
So that does quite a bit of damage, but not enough to kill them. Next up is Garbager.
Garbager needs to take the wheel yet again. So Garbager jumps onto Skump's lap yet again, and I guess I'm going to try a little fancy driving again. So I'm going to try to scrape the side of the cart, whichever side has the most boogans on it. And
Well, there's two
try
on
to,
each
like,
side, so
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll try to scrape the one on my side, or the two on my side.
Okay.
Against a pole or a wall or something, just drive really close to it.
all right, I'm going to give you advantage on that since it's your side. You can actually gauge the distance better.
Cool. 21 and 19.
18. So yeah, you scrape them real good, and they just come right off the car.
I learned that move from my favorite film series, The Swift and the Irate.
Trademark.
There are two left on the right side.
All right. I want to grab them, put my fist into the hole in their face, and smack their heads together and say, patty cake, baker's man. And
All right, so that's going to
smack 'em
be
off.
a strength contest on each of them.
Sure.
So I got a 16 and a 7.
I failed.
A natural 1 and a 7.
I say, patty cake, baker's man, bake me a cake, but I can't do anything.
You were gonna do like a cool attack, but you just got distracted and did the rhyme.
Yeah, I just did the rhyme instead and start clapping.
You kind of slap one and you punch Garbager. So Garbager take 5 hit points of damage.
Couldn't I just have hit Skumk? He's the one who
5
needs
points
hitting.
of damage.
I'm not very good at those clapping games either.
Yeah.
All right.
Skunk, roll an intelligence saving throw.
13.
Okay, that's not enough. So you're stuck inside your reverie.
Yeah, in my memory, I'm meeting a weird albino subterranean rat and making friends with it.
I cast Ice Knife.
So go ahead and do the ranged spell attack on the first one.
Barouche.
27 definitely hits.
Okay, now they must 8 damage. It has to succeed on a dex save.
And you killed it. Like that shard goes right through it. And now it explodes. And each creature within 5 feet of that point, which is going to be everyone but Skumk, roll a dexterity saving throw.
22.
All right, Garbager passes. The monsters do not pass.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh.
Coen
Nice.
passes with a natural 20.
I'll eat some HP.
Jelly rolls
8.
10. All right, so you take 8 damage. The creatures all take 8. The other creature takes 8 damage. It dies. Coen takes no damage because I'm going to give it to Coen because Coen rolled a natural 20. He does this really cool matrix move.
Coen jumps up in the air like a cat and kind of does a barrel roll, and all the shards go right past him. And then he lands back down and goes, I've never done anything like that before. I'm a very large man. Cohen's kind of freaked out, so he looks up at Bast, and one of the stars just kind of winks.
A constellation gives him a little salute, and
Yeah, that's right.
And Garbager, you do take 4 damage.
Man, I'm taking a heck of a licking.
Here's the question, Garbager. Did you take him to the lockers or did you take him to the orphanarium?
We'll get the weapons in the morning. Let's hold up in the orphanarium. I've assured that it is very difficult to get in or out of. There's really just no way. It is sealed up so tight. We don't want any parents to get in without paying the fee first. We don't want them to get their children first. Without giving me a little something.
That'd be kidnapping.
Yeah, exactly.
if I live through this, I will be contacting some lawyers.
Oh, you can try. You can try. Many have.
Who was the lawyer? Maul Flitman or something?
Maul Badman.
Maul Badman in his paper suit.
You arrive at the orphanarium and run inside.
I'm stacking
Lock
cupboards
those fucking
and
doors.
anything in front of the doors. Yeah.
We start stacking orphans in front of the doors.
Tables. Just putting things in front of the doors.
I'm piling children in front of the store.
Garbager claps twice, and some orphans appear to give everybody refreshments.
All right, so you order them to get refreshments.
They arrive with the refreshments. They know what that clap means.
Oh, okay. They show up with a pitcher of dirty water and some stale bread.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Looks delicious.
Hey, this is Stan Ferguson.
Oh, hey, this is Jody Doyle.
Guess this is Hayden.
Who can say if it really is Ivan, me, or not me, Ivan? Hi.
And of course, our special guest.
Michael M. Rader.
Thank you once again, Michael, for joining us
Thank you.
in this very hectic episode. The zombie car chase, I guess you could call it. Anyway, that said, please check Mike out on We'll Get It Right Next Year. His fortnightly podcast where he and Ryan Lynch try to guess what exactly is happening in We Bought a Zoo without knowing anything about that movie. Is that right?
Yeah, a lot of it is about our desperate attempts to not watch the movie or hear anything about it.
Mm-hmm. I love your purity test at the beginning of every episode.
It's harder than you would imagine.
I loved the review that Vanessa got. That was just awesome.
It's great. Check it out. We have guests on who read us Amazon reviews that give us shreds of information about the movie.
I think hers was the most perfect one to date, in that it gave you so much information without telling you a single thing that happens in the movie. All right. So, additionally, check us out on Twitter and Tumblr. Twitter's run by our Twitter account is run by Hayden, who's doing a great job responding to people and just talking about the life of Hayden and posting a lot of pictures.
Unlike me, who's doing a terrible job of doing anything on Tumblr.
Yeah, you need to get on that shit.
Yeah.
So if you listen to our show and you somehow know how to use Tumblr, please tumble your way towards Ivan and make him interact with people.
Yeah.
And post something more than goblins.
Yeah. Although the goblins are great. I was also both me and Hayden were recently on a podcast, the D&D adventure episode that just came out of the Comrade Radio podcast.
That was a slow descent into the underworld.
Seriously, that is awesome.
It was really strange, and I played a living scarecrow with a gun.
Ivan, I appreciate you not bringing this up because I'm trying desperately to forget that experience.
It was wonderful.
Wait, so this episode is available?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, check that out. Not to mention Hayden's new show, That Gay Shit, with Alicia and Dan. Definitely check that one out, where you guys discuss essentially homosexuality in all kinds of pop culture.
Well, not just that. We also take a look at trans and non-binary narratives within pop culture as well. Mm-hmm. So we cover any form of queerness that you can think of. We find it in media, whether it's intended to be there or not, and we dissect the shit out of it.
Just like
if
you
it's
did.
Queer, they're here.
Yep.
That's the motto I just made up for them.
Thank you. I'm putting that on all our T-shirts, along with the one that we have for a. We just drew up the design for a shirt with a dildo on it that just says "flared bass." Only the cool listeners know what that means.
And you kind of did that on Ivan's The Color of Friendship.
I tried to.
Joined, Ivan and Kylie, but Ivan having not seen the movie.
Don't listen to that episode.
It's not
The
even
entire conversation.
It's not even an hour and a half long, Ivan. I don't know how the fuck you didn't find time in your busy day to watch it. Jesus. It was like that episode was like the ending of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like we went through the Stargate and like merged with the consciousness of the universe, and I have no idea what the hell happened. I'm floating around. I'm recording this episode as a star baby right now. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Do listen to that episode, actually. I think that was a really convincing pitch for it. Listen to The Color of Friendship.
Especially that episode, it made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, please do listen to that. Our most recent one, as of right now,
You have a return.
Yeah.
You have a prodigal child returns.
Our most recent episode,
Joel.
I had to look it up, is Starstruck, which is a movie that's hard to keep in your brain because it's like some sort of glamour that slips out of your brain if you don't look directly at it. Of a movie.
So Joel finally came back.
That came out on Tuesday. Joel came back for Smart Horse.
I get it.
And, well, it wasn't Smart Horse. It was Smart House.
I remember.
And Ivan, again, not watching the movie everyone else watched. He watched.
I watched Horse Sense, and everybody else watched Smart House. But
I keep track of Joel.
Made a podcast about it anyway.
I remember Joel as being me, but straighter and cisser.
Hey, soul
Oh
sister.
my God.
Ain't that misser?
Also, you know what? Just in general, check out every single podcast Ivan has been in because he weirds it up real big time. For example, Michael Rader's old Wings podcast.
Thank you.
The Ivan episode is pretty ridiculous, too.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I just love Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry
He's
Seinfeld.
just a man who loves Jerry Seinfeld and knows nothing about Colonel Oliver North.
Yeah.
All right. That's
just
enough.
love-
Join our Facebook group.
I just love General Jonathan North.
Join our Facebook group. Like our Facebook page. Check us out on Twitter. Check us out on Instagram. Thank you so much for listening. And this is when Hayden says,
Fly on, ye beautiful night birds, and thanks for all the spaghetti.